we be together? Can we be, can we be, can we be together? I pray to God for you, there's nothing I won't do. These words are killing me, I see you for you, I see you for who you are. Girl, you're my morning star, there won't be no mistake. The type of love that you cannot break. Gave you my heart, my world and my soul. You turned me into something that I don't know. Lost control of myself, this ain't good for my health. Had to pull up my pants and man up. I pray you never change, love me the same every single day. Angels cleared away when I wake up in the morning.
Soze, they fuck with you, they fuck with me, they fuck with us, they fuck with PDC. Yo, Tanner, they fuck with you, they fuck with me, they fuck with us, they fuck with PDC. If you Jaja Soze, they fuck with you, they fuck with me, they fuck with us, they fuck with PDC. Yo, Tanner, they fuck with you, they fuck with me, they fuck with us, they fuck with PDC. Mr. Man Tanner, they fuck with you, they fuck with me, they fuck with us, they fuck with PDC. Hey yo, my nigga Jaja Soze, they fuck with you, they fuck with me, they fuck with us, they fuck with PDC. Yo, Tanner, they fuck with you, they fuck with me, they fuck with us, they fuck with PDC. Hey yo, Soze, they fuck with you, they fuck with me, they fuck with us, they fuck with.
Everyone was like, Quincy, how did you become a rock star? I was like, I learnt the 4 R's. The 4 R's being,
try your best just to make it quick. So you're having my baby.
Remember rapping Duke, the hard, you never thought that hip hop would take it this far.
Wow, color lights up your face.
how you wanna do me like that? Now I'm over you. Now you think you wanna come back. I used to pray for you. How you wanna do me like that? Now you think you wanna come back. I used to pray for you.
Jaja Soze, creative entrepreneur. I do music, community work, documentaries, everything creative.
And let's not, because you know what it is, I do the same thing you do. Like, we don't try to kind of boast about what we've done.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
sometimes it's good, but sometimes it doesn't help us.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
there's next man who's trying to create some other stories.
They go
and,
hype.
And they go hype, and then it's just where you're not saying anything.
Yeah.
It seems like their story
Yeah,
is more.
it's for real. So yeah, that's for real. So that's I've been one of the main influences for a lot of the street music that's come out, UK rap, from the PDC days.
On the block, Southwest slums, fuck the hype and gangster, bust those guns, utterly, gutter, rub those funds, beat, what beat, skin gun, bar, touching, raggle, I sold it, it's done, utterly, gutter, looking like you're stunned, fuck you, white, she's a bitch, she just gets run, what's the man, back there on them days done, now, PDC.
Before music was even big like how it is now. Major influence onto a lot of the young artists that are around.
Chef man, and we put it all in. Feds will run up on you when you're yarning. Big bellow, tell them what's squanning.
Gotta move this food by the morning. We're strapped up, man, now you're talking. Brick City, home of the real. No pass, better mind where you're walking.
I put the move in movement. You get shot, I be did the shooting. Boom, boom, bang, boot him. This nigga ain't bad, he's a fooling. Yeah. I made this pussy run with his brethren. That was all forward to a mention. Big back like, look at that painting. Long strap like, look at that skating.
For these niggas trap car, we don't wanna look like you. Chap in a bando, I don't wanna look like you. My young nigga with a Rambo, you be getting joked right through. Gotta have scrams on the block, cause you know what the hood might do. For my 150 niggas trap car, we don't wanna look like you.
Loads of artists, done loads of big projects.
Just like that, I can build a vibe just like that. Make your body clap just like that. Full of style, girl, your pum pum fat. Take a few night, give her right back. Girl, I love the way you do it like that. Girl, I love the way you bite back.
Modern, Tape Britain, Science Gallery. I've done projects all over the place. I've been on like Sky, BBC.
A 16-year-old was stabbed to death at this spot just 1 week before I made this film.
That could have been me there. That could be any of us here. That could have been me right there. So those flowers could be for me. We've been in fights like that where that could have been. I could have got stabbed like that, or something could happen. I could have got shot in the head or something. Like, people was getting stabbed and shot, but it wasn't as highlighted as it is now. Like I remember someone getting shot back in the days, and it wasn't on the news. Only we knew about it. Like it was just like a normal thing. Like he got shot, alright.
Okay.
I thought I was gonna die around the 24, 25 years old. I thought I was gonna die around that age. So I was like, I'm gonna go to prison, probably come out, have like 4 more years to live. That was my attitude.
It's a mad mentality to have done it, to accept death.
That was my attitude. And I just like, yeah, I've done a lot.
You've done it all.
I've done a lot, yeah.
So, first question I want to ask you, what was one of your main influences, not when it comes to making the music and creating the brand PDC, but what was one of your main influences when it comes to music?
You know what? I think one of my main influences was, I think it was reggae. Reggae music, the revolutionary reggae. I think one of my when I was my early influences was Peter Tosh.
Sitting in the morning sun and watching all the birds passing by. Oh, how sweet they sing in the
interview of him. I think I saw an interview of him cussing or something, and he was talking about like how they're trying to like not push the certain serious music.
It was prophesied 2,000 years ago that there shall be a place that shall play a music with a little people, and the place the prophecy even say it is 144 square miles, which is Jamaica. See, and we come to see the dispensation of time when the music is being manifested. And the people may call it names, they call it ska, they call it blue beat, they call it all forms of different names until now they call it reggae, which means king's music. Because reggae music is coming from way back, way black. See, people want to get close to this music because it seems as if it don't have no one to say it is ours.
And I think I just like the way he was, like the rebelliousness.
Mm-hmm.
That was
what was his name again?
Peter Tosh.
Peter Tosh.
Yeah, that's from Jamaica. That was my first kind of times. That's my influence. That was one of my first into the rebelliousness, and then it was like NWA. My influence was always the rebellious ones.
But I hear that what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, we know Peter Tosh. You got inspired by Peter Tosh, but where did you like? I'll just get to the point. Yeah. What music was your parents listening to? Because that's where it starts.
Yeah. So
do you get what I'm saying?
So my dad was listening to like Peter Tosh and that. And my mum was listening to.
That's how you got to Peter Tosh.
Yeah. So that's how I got to Peter Tosh. My dad was listening to Peter Tosh. My mum was listening to like rare groove and old school soul. Yeah. So she was listening to soul.
So can you describe your first musical experience?
My first music, listening to music, or
the first time you ever felt. Obviously, we probably felt in mum's belly and that. But the first time, like, cause I remember for me, probably music. The first music I'm listening to is when I'm having to clean that house on Sunday.
Okay,
waking up in that morning.
Tell you, one of my ones was So my one was there was one time when I think one of my main ones was. I actually got in trouble. I rode my BMX outside. I wasn't supposed to. I got a new BMX. I was catting to ride his BMX. And I went outside, got in trouble, got back inside. My dad said, go in your room, where? I'm in the room. And then they're playing. My mum was playing some soul music. And it's like, it's not like a film. Like, you're getting in trouble. You're pissed off. You're cussing your mum and dad in your head like, idiot, what should I have older? You do know that in your head, and in the background, the soul music playing, and I think that had a big impact on me. I was like, it's like it created a vibe at that moment
inside you.
Yeah,
it's memorable.
Yeah,
it's like it's poignant. It left the mark.
Yeah, that left a mark.
Like probably the beating did too.
Exactly.
So and then you got the soundtrack to the beating.
That's what it was, like a soundtrack to the whole beating and getting in trouble, the rebelliousness. It was like a soundtrack to that, and I think that was a influence. That was a big influence, a good memory that I had. Yeah.
So what inspired you to pursue a career in music?
What inspired me was NWA and Public Enemy. That was my main influence. That's when I said, yeah, I want to do that. That's when I saw them on the TV. And then, do you know another one that influenced me that was local? The sound systems. Yeah, I went to a dance. I was young. One of the local rude boys in Birmingham, his name's Corey, but he died. He got shot. But he brought me to a dance in Birmingham, and there was a sound systems there, and I was just intrigued. I heard a man say, "Yo, we up."
One God, one aim, one destiny. Cause you know we want to be free. Jaja.
That kind of, I was like, yeah, I want to be involved in this somehow. But you know, at that age, you don't know what you want to be involved in. I didn't know if I wanted to be the DJ or the mic man, or I didn't know which one I wanted to be, but that influenced me.
So, was there any other rappers at the time, locally, that influenced you or inspired you?
Yeah, when I come to London
at the beginning
of
your rap career.
No, in the beginning.
When you started this PDC.
Yeah, in the beginning. Yeah, in the beginning, there were the local ones. My first experience with rap in a local thing was an older called Reedy. He passed away. He was one of the 28s. He come on the block and he was rapping with, I think, JR and that in Mike. So there's a couple of them was rapping. And there was also another bunch, Pem and them lot from Belfast Road and Rudy that was rapping as well. There was like a bunch, but Reedy was rapping. And I just liked his style and the way he looked, and he had a little vibe. And then he was the first one that kind of he rapped a lyric. I was like, raw, what's that? Who's? I thought he was rapping someone else's music. I was like, raw, whose music that? And he's like, no, that's my music. I was like, what? You have your own music, like you write your own tracks. And he was like, yeah. What are you talking about? And that was like, wow, that was a big wow for me. Like, no way, someone that's right here wrote on paper and made a lyric.
So, obviously, there's loads of people like that in our community. You know, like you got the Archers as well.
Yes.
And the Duffers. I used to be around them days playing something. They got their own lyrics. So obviously, but that wasn't a thing where it inspired man to be able to be like that, but it didn't become a reality. Yeah. So was there anyone locally that you saw, like he done a video or he done anything that you said, raw? Yeah. This is shit. After
Reedy influence, the next one was Roots Maneuver.
Okay.
Because he used to come to this studio back in the days. And then I saw him in the estate, and I saw him just walking. So I'm thinking this is a normal guy. And then I saw him on MTV. I was like,
The bionic zit splitter, breakneck speeds, we drown 10 pints of bitter. We lean all day and some say they ain't productive. Could that depend upon the demon that you're stuck with? Cause right now, I see clearer than most. I sit here contented with this cheese on toast.
I see that man in Angetown, walking in Angetown. And then I was like, and then someone was like, yeah, that's Roots Maneuver. I was like, what, he's famous? I was like, oh, so it's real.
Yeah, it's real.
So
it's real.
Someone from the ends was on telly.
So Roots Maneuver's from Brixton?
No, he used to come here though, but I don't know where he's from though, but he used to always be here.
Oh, he used to always be here?
All the time, he was here all the time.
We got Roots Maneuver.
Yeah, so Roots Maneuver was always in the Angetown studio with working with L. So I saw that and I was like, okay, this is real. You can do that. We can go to that level. So that was the first, that was for me, that was my first one that I saw.
So how do you approach songwriting and composition?
For me, it's always been like a diary. It's like a diary. I've always approached it like I'm just talking out loud. That's always been my strategy. I'm always just like, you know what? It's just like a diary. It's like I've always wrote in a funny way. Like it's like I'm speaking to a diary. That's always been that's been the whole way I've dealt with it.
Yeah, because you do actually speak like that.
Yeah, it's like I'm just talking to a diary. It's like I'm talking.
Yeah.
That's how I've always done it.
Sometimes it's like your thoughts.
Yeah. That's exactly how it is. That's just my thoughts coming on. I write like a diary. Like I'm writing to my diary. Yeah.
The hoodie's like Iraq. Our egos got the best of us and put us in a trap. And we hardly show love, so we hardly interact. Fighting over cities that we don't own on the map. Flowers in the pavements, dirty and cracked. Beautiful minds that are scarred and hacked. Intelligent children, walking in packs. Feeling abandoned, feeling attacked. I used to blame it on me being black, until I come to realise that was all crap.
That's what I've always written like that.
So what themes or messages do you try to convey in your music? All right then, cool. We're gonna do it like vibes. You have the white cartel, you have the black cartel. So that's what you said. That's how you do it in sections, isn't it? So all right then, the PDC Jaja, what themes or messages did you try to convey in the music?
I would have been more on the black cartel. Yeah. I'd have been more for real. I'd have been more on that kind of. I think my message has always been kind of like.
Again, what you're going through though.
Yeah, it's going through a struggle and explaining the struggle, and also trying to find a way out, and and then showing that we are part of the struggle, but we're also trying to find a way out.
That's the same thing that Colour said.
Yeah, that was the thing. So we're showing you this is what we're dealing with, and this is what we're going through, and this is what we're doing, but we're trying to find a way out, and it can be controversial because we're saying exactly what we're doing.
Gang bang until I'm 60. Got locked up, but the doc didn't fix me. Now I shot pole off a bar for 450. Move the feet swiftly. I'm a killer. Yeah. Brixton gorilla. Yeah. Black Godzilla, make you run for your squiller. Woo! I return from the dead like Thriller. Fuck a butterfly, less than a caterpillar. Hit and vanilla. I'm in my winner now. Go get my dinner, cause it's beef that I'm in. It's like boom, boom, bang. Anywhere gang. Jaja Soze and 10 man. Hold up, stop, be easy. Straight from the blocks, I'm greasy. Hold up, your music needs me. I ain't just bucked up. You ain't seen me cause I've been locked up for years. And I don't care, I hate life. Yo.
Let me get them.
Yo.
Yeah. Let me get them. You wanna get him, Gunning like I'm playing for Arsenal. Nothing make, bullets they pass through. Slap one in the back of your neck. Like Omri slaps one in the back of the neck. Cause I do it with class. Nike gloves and Taliban scarf. Yeah. No referee, so it's messagey. You take a visit to the A&E respiratory. Mommy stressing, please. Praying to Christ, praying that they're saving your life. Tell my brother you're just paying the price. Could you step to my toes? So I peppered you close. Then the weapon disposed. From me repping that shows. Hot shit consecutive flows. They can't let it glows around the bezel and roads. Listen, and they think you ain't got know those things. Like same color as polo mints. Sticky yicky, that popo stinks. You will think I own the fruit and veg. Except I don't own fruit, just veg.
When we get older and we get smarter and our messages change because it's part of growing and experience. When it's like when you're rapping at that stage of your life, it's like you are the reporters.
Yes, exactly.
So it's unfiltered.
Exactly.
I'm telling you exactly what I'm seeing.
That's exactly what I'm seeing. I'm saying to you.
Do you know what I'm saying? Exactly what I'm seeing. So sometimes old people might think, wow, he's doing too much.
Yeah.
But no, I'm just telling you exactly what I can see.
Yeah. And I saw one guy interviewing the other day and he was saying that a lot of the rappers, most of them, they're not saying what they're rapping about. But I was like, nah, not us. We're rapping about literally what we're. You lot's environment's different from our environment. Yeah, so you lot's environment's different where you lot come from. So you lot have to make up stories. We don't have to make up. We got so many stories. We do have to make up no stories.
Some stories you think I can't even tell that story.
I'm telling you a story.
Real. It's like the situation you put us in.
They think it's a fiction story. Saying no, bro, that's a real story, bro. That's real. That's real. The most we've done is change the name from Jason to Thomas or something. That's it. But it's a real story
to protect the identity of the person.
But it's a real story, and that All
right. So what about the grown Jaja now, what themes or messages do you try to convey in your music?
So now my new, what I'll do now is spread a message of things that we weren't tapped in at that time in, like, see, like love and a lot more, my relationship with God is different now, I'm saying to you. So it's like, that's, so now I understand things from a different angle. So I'm sharing that different knowledge and wealth and knowing that there's more to us than the struggle and more to us than the ego. Yeah, so now I spread a different kind of message if I'm doing music or writing or anything like that. It's a different message now because I've learned more on the journey. I've got more of an experience now. There's been loads of failures and lessons learned since then. So now I can project that into the writing.
Yo, this is how it goes. I'm from the roads, but I was born a star. Do you know how much meetings I've sat in with these A&Rs? I'm just looking at them like they don't even know what's hard. You're co-signing all this shit music, is so bizarre. Mashing up the culture for quick checks and a flashy car. All I keep seeing is these fake bottoms and balloon bras. These fake ballers rapping about Mac 10s and ARs. Bragging about buying out the bar, trying to buy the bar. Anyway, last night I chilled out, I ain't caught a vibe in ages. I don't drink, I'm a lightweight, so I'm sipping on a little Baileys. The energy is good, I burned some incense and sages. You know them vibes, music in the background, slightly faded. I got a woman next to me, kissing and touching faces. Got to be careful though, this vibe air could create some babies. No rush though, we're just chilling, this is early stages. Yeah, I'm a savage, but I got manners, can I respect the ladies?
Can you walk us through the process of, it could be an old PDC Jaja or a new Jaja, of a process of a certain tune that you know your audience, because you know sometimes they just think, oh, you just write it down, but sometimes you have to go through something or something happened around you. So you know, like a poignant song of one of yours that was one of the groundbreaking songs for you, what people really resonated to, whether it was the old Jaja or the new Jaja, what was the process, if you can remember?
Yeah, one of my songs, Forever Tears, that was a protocol speaking about my friend that died, Justin, and my Solomon, Justin Morgan and Solomon.
Rest in peace, George.
Yeah, so
these are tears that don't fall. They stay inside you for years. Then one day they all come out once. Forever tears. Real pain, real life, voice of the streets. This is real pain that I'm letting out. I won't be silenced, you sit down and shut your mouth. A real British tug, if you're real, then love is love. See, from this loyalty, then blood is blood. I'm seeing brothers shooting brothers over bags of weed. I wake up crying, then start praying on my hands and knees. I want to stop, but I'm so used to selling crack and knees. Back in the days, I was addicted to the sex from teas. Black moms are so stressed that they walk with tears. We hate our dads cause they've been gone for so much years. Scared of life, so a gun helps release the fear. I'm just the outcast, so when I walk the public stare, while rich folks get drunk in the pubs with beers.
That whole journey kind of, I think it was so personal to me, and I spoke about all the pain and all the stuff I was going through in an articulate way that people gravitated to it. Because a lot of people, when I used to see a lot of people, they used to always say to me, you know what, that's exactly how I felt when my mum died, or when my daughter died, or when my friend died, or my brother died. And so I said it in such a raw, unique way that they all was able to relate to it. And that was just me telling the truth how I felt. Like, I think that time I said, "Raw, shed a tear," like just waking up, looking in the mirror, and there's tears coming down your eyes. And I think a lot of people said, "Raw." Like, at that time, I weren't supposed to say that because you're supposed to be tough. You're supposed to be this image, but you're saying, you know what, tears come down my eye. Yeah, so those things like that.
Yeah, could you give us a career highlight, like the old and the new again?
A career highlight for me was. When I done the Street Boys book. That was a big highlight. That took me to a whole nother world.
Yep.
That was a whole...
It elevated you.
It elevated me to a different stage. And another highlight was when I saw... I done an album called Street Boys for the book. That album also elevated me to a new audience.
Yeah, Jaja, PDC, ENT, the new album, Street Boy. Make sure you go cop that. UKRecordShop.com. Yeah, let's go. I heard the streets are talking about me, they love my life. Jaja this and that, like they wanna my wife. You couple man, but I'm sincere like.
I don't care, I'm still here, PDC for life. My love skin deep, yours is this thin. I love PDC so much I scarred it on my skin. So when you hate, I look in your face with a cheeky grin. You can't hide it, you're a snake, brother, see within. I been real, ask mum, I was born a king. I was meant to change, that's why I was born to sin. I'm on some baller ting, Pinky's on order ting. Go get your guap up, and done with all the talking ting. Forget these crews, in your hurry come up gang bosses. I come to your hood, on my R6 and smack your bosses. You ain't real, how does it feel to be carbon copies? I got bosses round me, that's why I'm the boss of bosses. Yeah, the new album, make sure you go cop that. UKRecordShop.com, exclusive, P.
Yeah, and then I saw, and I was getting...
Because your audience is different.
Yeah, my audience has always been different.
Yeah, it's not really all the man them.
Nah, I got different
all
audience.
These different people who you've touched with words and that.
with words and that. So when I was going to places, like I was going in libraries and that, people were like, and they would come up to me, I was like, wow, you know who I am? And they were speaking to me, so I saw that I had touched a different type of people. Yeah, so those was big changes for the Street Boy book and the Street Boy album. Yeah,
kind of similar, but how has your music evolved over the years?
It's evolved in the way of the lessons that I learned, and I've been able to explain them in the music. So some people that stay, this gangster, they want to be gangster all the time. Whereas I said, no, you know what, that person doesn't live here no more. So an old person don't live here no more. So I can't speak on that person. So now I'm speaking with the new person that's here. And that's the elevation I spoke to about love and about real friendships. The love for self as well, and a better relationship with God. 'Cause I think a lot of people, they say God, this and all that, but they don't have faith and they don't understand the message with God and the relationship.
Half of it.
Exactly. So I think I try to project that into my music and how it's affected me, how I've learned from it, and how I connect with God and also with the people around me and the life around me, and I project that in my music.
So you know the thing is, what you're just saying there, I'm gonna kind of endorse it as well. Because what I believe is, you've been like this for a while.
Yeah.
This ain't no yesterday.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, you know, sometimes when people see you, they think, oh, what's he on about? What's he on about? But the thing is, I'm there now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And what it does is, it allows, people like us allow people to be that way.
Yeah.
Instead of being fearful of how they're going to be perceived over there or perceived over there. And we've got that strength and that power and that confidence. So I appreciate that you are that person too.
100%.
Do you get what I'm saying? So because, like I said, like sometimes it's not even about telling a man or doing something. Sometimes it's about just being able to be confident, to be that person, to show them, I do it, you can do it too.
You can do it too, exactly.
Don't feel no way.
Yeah, you can be yourself. You can be your true
that's
self.
What's perfect and beautiful about your story and that. You get me? And I know it now because I'm living in it. I'm in it, so I recognize it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So tell us some of the challenges and struggles you have faced in the music industry. The PDC.
Yeah. The challenges, do you know what? A lot of the challenges with the PDC time, a lot of challenges was amongst my own peers. Yes, my own peers. I think when you're a leader in thought and in ahead of your time and you think a certain way, you can create challenges within your peers, not understanding where you're going with it. Yeah, so that was, I think that was one of my biggest challenges, my peers not understanding the vision.
With the bugs, with all this pain inside, it's hard to relate to love. Sometimes I get doubtful and think, is God really above? This life is making me hungry. Should I bust my slug? Take it easy, call my goons and just go to the club. They wonder why I hate this industry and always diss it. Cause they're bums and I ain't gay, so I would never kiss it. Can't you see how fake it is? How can you even miss it? They're like, Jaja, you'll get blocked, why do you even risk it? Cause I'm thinking out the box, I'm not a black statistic. So fuck you Freemason shake, I'm greeting black fisted. And yes, I speak the truth, so I'm blacklisted. And you can't break my spirit, see I'm forever gifted. I drifted away from these baits and snakes. Cause even though they talk tough, most of them speak to jakes. I know it's harsh, but most of your favorite rappers are fake. They rap grease on YouTube, but they cowards face to face. You know the type that you see out that try to grab their waist. Like they got guns, but we all know that they're a waste of space. Don't piss me off, I told my girl to spray.
And what I can see in my head, And then my struggle was also, I can see something in my head, but articulating it so these people understand. That was one of my biggest challenges with the PDC. And then another major challenge was the industry when you're doing something first, no one doesn't understand. You're just like, what is this noise? What is this thing over here? They don't understand it. So that was a big challenge in making them understand that this is going to grow into a whole industry. Yeah, and at the time they're not understanding.
So for me, I reckon if they would have saw your vision, me personally, I think you would have at least owned half of the industry right now, because you was foreseeing everything before it happened. But it's like Kanye as well, isn't it? He's a man. He's like, a man explained it to me perfectly the other day. It's like sometimes when we're talking, people don't get us because we're talking from the future.
Yeah, exactly.
You get what I'm saying? And then they catch up and they're like, oh yeah, but it's too late by then.
Exactly, that's what it's all about.
You missed the opportunity for all of us.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm
when
saying?
I was telling everyone about like books, podcasts, when I was doing interviews, like I remember I'd done an interview. People say, why are you doing interviews? People say that, why is he doing interviews? What? That's mad. What? Sitting down with people, having interviews, like looking at me weird. I'm saying this is going to be a big thing in the future. Like, no, why? And now it's podcasts, and now it's massive.
If your community would have came behind you and supported you, you probably would have been the biggest one
exactly.
right now.
Look at the time when you first come out. Remember how we done the first. Remember
that's what I said. I will always hold you in my heart because you still made a brave move because our community is weird.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying? And you still reached out to me and you said, "Bam, no, it's for the good of the future."
Yes, and look at that.
She's going out with Eric. Yeah, Tipsy. But obviously, before I went to jail, me and Tipsy was doing moves.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what people don't really know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like 1997, me, him, and Exit. Yeah, we're doing our own moves. We're looking POs. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they're vehicles. So I was linking them, he was doing that, and obviously when I came out, he's in my sister, innit? But obviously now, he's got one end locked. Camden, innit? Everyone knows, innit? Like,
but just let me say, see with you coming out of prison and being from Brixton, and you at those times you went and linked someone from Peckham. People was mad on the streets. I remember people saying, "What is Quincy doing? He's on the streets linking Tipsy." Obviously, I knew Tipsy from school, so it was a thing to me because I grew up with them lot. So I grew up with Peckham people and all that. So I think because I got like I'm from Birmingham originally, I got a different mentality already. So I was like, I don't give a fuck about all that.
People's just people.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly. Not just people.
So we had a different mentality.
Connect.
There you go.
Is what it is.
So that already you cause a big. By you just doing that, it was a big thing. Like people's like, "Whoa, what is my man doing?"
But obviously, I don't hear that. But I feel it.
Yes.
You know, in my dealings with people.
Yes.
Or when I see people, and even certain people around me, even like certain people I'm partying with.
Yes, you can still.
They're chatting about me, but they're linking me to party.
Yes.
That don't make no sense, bro. So I've got bare snakes around me. You get what I'm saying, bro? Because obviously, they're looking for a little handout.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And because obviously at the time, we was kind of like the talk of the room.
Yes, of course.
You know what I'm saying? Like everywhere we go, all the parties, everything's happening around us. So they don't want to miss out.
Yes, of course.
They don't feel, man.
Yeah.
That was a podcast setting.
That was.
Right,
It was.
we didn't call it a podcast though.
It was 2012.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. That was a podcast setting. I'm saying
It
to you.
was.
And no
It's
one.
what they do now.
That's what exactly do. Sitting down. And that's what I'm trying to say. Way ahead again. Another thing.
And if you look at from our community, even their podcast ain't even on that level
On that
when it
level.
comes to content.
Thank
right
you.
Now.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Even
That's
now they still ain't caught up.
Exactly. And that's how when you're speaking from the future, it's a challenge.
Yeah, it's
always
like
gonna
talking
be a
to
challenge.
yourself.
Exactly. So
and sometimes you can have them moments where you think, am I even right?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm saying
you start doubting yourself.
Listen, there was a time, I swear down, I was doing interviews, I was doing those ones, I was doing some more before that. I've got a few, I've interviewed loads of people, and then I was like, oh, am I doing, is this, am I going mad? Am I doing
too much?
Am I doing too much? So I stopped. And then podcast blew up.
Yeah, man.
And I was like, look at this.
You could have got the first check.
I would have been the first one. And then that's what happens when you doubt.
Yeah.
So I doubted myself. And I told people, I said, yeah, I doubted because I was doing it, and then everyone was still doing music and looking at me like, why is he doing that? That's weird.
Like you're a weirdo.
I'm a weirdo. So I said, well, you know what? They kind of got to me. I was like, you know what? Let me just calm down a little bit. You know, like, Judge, calm down. You may be doing that future thing again. So I stopped, and then podcast blew up, and I was like, look at that. That's what I was doing, and that's what it is. So that's the challenges that we face, definitely.
How do you do with setbacks?
Setbacks. I've had loads of setbacks. I see failure and setbacks as how you learn and how you grow. it's just like God saying, you know what, I can see the direction you're going in, but you need this strength and these lessons to go for the next door. So the challenges that are gonna come in your way. And I don't see it as failures. I see it as, well, this is what we have to learn. This is gonna be lessons. I've had loads of lessons. I've had some serious setbacks, and I've had to just say, you know what, you gotta reset. You gotta start again. It's like I said to someone today. It's like you're flying and you think you're going in the right direction, but the clouds are. There's so much clouds, you're getting lost, and you're thinking you're saying I'm flying straight, but then times you're flying diagonal. I say to you, and then sometimes you have to go.
Swim.
Exactly, you have to go to a mountain, stop, wait for the clouds to clear, and then say, I'm supposed to be going that way, and then so you have to reset again, and that's what I think setbacks are. It's like time to go on the mountain. Sit back and say, you know what, wait for the clouds to clear so you can see straight again.
And once them clouds are going as well, I realise as they're separating, as you're sitting there, the understanding of everything becomes more clearer.
It must be much more clearer.
Still.
Exactly, because you're still. Exactly, that's what I always say to people, you're flying too much. Go and chill and wait for everything to clear. And then you'll gather your thoughts, your eyes become clearer, everything becomes clearer that you can see. And sometimes you're all flying with, there could be like 10 birds with you, you're flying. When you stop now and you realise, you're like, wow, these ain't birds. You like see, like, there's a pig, there's a snake, there's like, it's mad. You're like, raw, what am I doing? The wrong people. I thought I was flying with eagles and birds like me, but they're not. And that's the danger. Yeah.
How did the old Jaja deal with criticism versus the new Jaja dealing with criticism?
The old Jaja with criticism was more, I took things to heart. It was all new still. I didn't know how to deal with. I was still your emotions are still all over the place because we've taken on bad habits from the streets. So like, raw, who's that person talking to, or who's that? Or you were still in ego mode from the street mode. So that was the criticism. I wasn't that good at it at the beginning because of the street influence. The new Jaja, from when the street influence is faded off, that doesn't even bother me. Like I don't even. Like, what's that? You're allowed to have your opinion of me. I don't care. It doesn't mean nothing. Like, okay, cool. Like, I'm so confident within who I am, and the love for myself is so powerful.
Doesn't matter.
You're allowed to say that you don't like me, I'm ugly, or you're shit, or you're whatever. You're allowed to say it. I'm like, okay, cool. This doesn't even bother me. It's like, oh, that's all right.
Have you ever considered giving up music?
Nah, I think not is with me. Music is, I see it as like, it's like a hobby and a therapy thing for me. So I do it regardless. I don't do it for what other people do it for. They do it for like views and all that. Vanity. I've done songs, made a song, recorded it and put it online. No one knows it's there. I just put it up there and just left it there.
You actually forgot it's there?
I just put it out and just leave it. And I've done it all the time. I just leave it, don't promote it or nothing. It's just because I wanted to write that song.
It made you feel better?
Yeah. I just want to take off my chest. That's all it was. So I do music for that purpose. That's all I don't care about the scene, no one else. I don't care if it's the wrong type of music at that time. I don't care. Like I wanted to write that song. And
what I found as well, I've written things because how I felt, but I just once I've written it, I know that's not supposed to go out. I rip it up.
Yeah, that's it.
And it's like I've let it out. I've said it.
That's it.
I don't even need to say it to you. I've said it to myself.
You're allowed to. It's your art. That's your art. Your therapy is your thing. So that's what I do. I just deal with it for me. I don't do it for other people. I don't want other people's like your opinion on it or nothing. I just wrote it. I just done it.
Yeah. How important is collaboration in your work?
Yeah, collaboration is definitely. I like collaboration that's not forced. That's like I might do a song and say, well, I can Dean might be good for this song, or Naj might be good for, or this person might be good for this song. And I definitely believe in collaboration, especially with people that you're not supposed to. I'm rebellious, so I always like do a song with like that pop girl over there. You're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do a song with that girl. I want to do a song with that girl. And because I know that I'm not. You lot think I'm not supposed to. I'm gonna go and do it with the thingy, just to make you understand that we can do whatever we want. We're allowed to. You're allowed to do whatever you want.
You give people permission.
Yes, I'm saying to you. So yeah.
So can you share an experience of working with other artists?
An experience that I've shared with. I've done a track one time with Ed Sheeran's his brother, his cousin. He's based in America, but he comes over here a lot. And that was a good experience actually, because it's mad. He was just telling me the dynamic between him and Ed and their family stuff and all that, and then from that dynamic we wrote a song together. And it's just good to get a different side of the story from hearing about a big superstar, but hearing about it from someone that's grown up with them and the dynamic they have in their family and the struggles, and it's like, oh, like they're like us. It's mad, and it's like, you not done that as well. Like, you know, they might have like had harder bread on a rough day and that is the same as us, and had a sandwich, and all you're having is toast for dinner. And you know, you hear the stories like, say nothing, like, it's the same experience, but just in a different culture. We're black, they're white, but it's the same kind of experience. Yeah, man, and that was we kind of put that into the song, and that was that was a good experience.
Can we be together? Can we be together? I pray to God for you. There's nothing I won't do. These words are killing me. I see you for you. I see you for who you are.
Young niggas age close, smoking crow on the road. It's not a good look that you works in Woolworths and claims as a crook. The boy them chasing, heart racing like an athlete, but shift off, then disappear down a back street. PDC, bang bang, yeah, family cat meet. S with some strap speaks to take a seat. Listen to Young Cheat rap on Sleepy's beat. R.I.P. Hammy, get me. Rest in peace. PDC for life.
There it is now. It's Young Shaq in it. Shaq Leon, my cousin, my brother, Jaja Soze. There it is now, yeah? Look at the t-shirt. Get the t-shirt. Get the t-shirt. Yeah, man, they might understand. But there it is. Let me give you a little realness. Listen, the judge gave me 3-3. My bill got 3.5. Now I'm sitting here reminiscing about the past. I'm locked up and walked out for a year and a half. My nigga Switch got hit with like 7.5. So my 3 months don't seem like much. Writing letters back and forth, trying to keep in touch. Trying to tell my mum stay strong and hold the fort. I'll be back in a minute to hold down the fort. I'm getting mad thoughts, I can see myself in a Porsche. But then it flips to my coffin, I can see my corpse. In my cell doing press up, trying to pass the time. My neck's still soft, I can hear him crying, smoking. Yeah, bang bang in it.
Bang bang, PDC gang, gorilla orangutan, rah. Yeah, Brixton 28, it's nothing. From the day I was young, my mom sent me to church, but I burst and got cursed, and that little Nathan's turned worse. I lived on Pim, where the drug sellers also a ting. Used to get face and pod, the head of door ring. Machiavelli on the blocks now, head of fuck sing. Remember.